Welcome back to Brighter Shores. We fished Melon Braddock for 22 hours. 43,000 XP. Not bad. Level 33 fisherman. One level for the next unlock, which is perfect. There. Okay. And these fish are only good for selling to the fish stall. Go do that. As far as I can tell. Not used in anything. This is Braddock. The recipes we have is herring, cirtlet, bream, dab, macabit. Yep. Okay. We make profit fishing these then. This kind of exists as a middle thing. Definitely would be a good spot to get some knowledge points, but we're currently in a situation where we don't have that. Sell our Magford. Warduck for 91 silver. There you go. Okay. Now, also technically, as we are 33 and a bit, we need this at 35, we could 34. We could do like 12 hours and not overshoot it. We don't need to worry about overshooting the herring because we're gonna have that forever. The only passive for 11 levels. There's also these lobsters, which figure that out. As it stands, I'm just gonna do another day of this. We're gonna have the bait here. Go back to fishing. Then we have all the knowledge points. Well, one knowledge point ready to go. We already have the next recipe unlocked. Okay. Well, this is working perfectly. Continue to get more levels here. We're at 577. At least, it's pretty much at least 2 levels a day just from the passives. Then any active training also gets us more. It's a work in progress, that's for sure. We could definitely speed it up if we wanted to. But we're just kind of doing other stuff. Making it work. And also seeing when the combat changes come out. We could just go and look at the beta if we wanted to. Just changes the levels and stuff. Combat. We'll see. Full 24 hours for 47,000 XP, thank goodness. That is level 35 fisherman. Now catch ridged herring. Not quite a red herring. Close though. Not bad. Okay. Go sell off these fish and get ready for everything here. The herring is what we need for the chef stuff here. So let's make it happen. Sell just these. And we also need to unlock the ridged herring. Oh, we got this. We need to use knowledge point on the ridged herring here. There you go. Available. Love it. And then, if we look at the amount we're going to need here, you get to 40. Essentially, that is 2.5 days. It's kind of a waste to fish more than that, but also if we look at fishermen, that goes way further. So we get 3 days worth of ridged herring bait, whatever that may be. Herring needs Balachi maggots. The same as these. Look at that. The next one doesn't, but this one did, so. Alright. Do the 3 days of this. With extra, that's fine. Fill it up. Balachi maggots. These ones. It's 1 day's worth. Give or take. Just grab 3 of these. Get the fishing done first here. I'll buy a day's worth. That's an all. And auto buy a day's worth. The last couple of these are going to be a little bit not worth it. Also, where is this at? That's another question we need to answer. They are at the boardwalk. Alright, Heron. Level 34 fisherman stuff. Technically already did 35. That's alright. 67, 39. So 2 days we're gonna get lobster pot stuff. Figure out something with that. That is a venture here. Definitely do something with that. Alright. Rich herring. Fishing. Fishing it up. Alright. The next thing. In a different spot. Wow. Okay. The amount of XP per catch is not really a concern. We just can get enough of it. That's 11. Alright. That'll work. This will be the fish that we need for the next chef bit. Oh, that's a nice pile of ridge herring there. 23 hours, 45,000 XP. Nice. Level 37 fisherman. We can now catch roared eels. Doesn't negotiate fairly. Of course, that's what eels are known for. Alright. That's gonna be at the Eel Street Bridge, of course. Right there. Yep. I don't have a space for that. These need to go in the chef spot here. Let's go there. Okay. Well, these are needed for the recipes. Good pile of them. Chef, 35 to 40. Could really just do it in 5 days. Or 5 12-hour portions. Something. If we do... It would have to be actual 22. It's only 21, so it'd be slightly less. We also have some XP. Let's do the 3 days of fish. We'll have some left over. We'd also try to time it so we can use the last pile of fish more effectively. At any rate, let's go pick up 1 eel here. See if it's used for a recipe and keep it, I suppose. I guess we could put that in storage here too. Next storage spot is all the way over here, so that would not be where we need to do that. Let's get an eel. Level 36 fisherman eel. Poke. 155 plus 600. We found the eel. It's a level 43 chef. Okay. For another type of jellied eels. Of course. Of course. Okay. Let's say we don't quite get through 23 in the day. So we are going to have some leftover bait here, so that's fine. We'll save this eel for when we're making that jellied eel later. Doing everything, getting the first time bonus, of course. So that. Okay. Oh yeah. We just do 6 here, that'll be fine. Or 3 days, basically. Lobster coming up. Yep. Okay. So we refill on the maggots here. Specifically, Balachi variety. That should be good. Yeah, we definitely can't go through 23 in a day here. But it fills up the inventory nicely, so whatever. And this was here. You can tell by the way that it is. Herring. Yeah, not selling these fish to the market here. That'd be a waste. That would be a waste. Alright. 23.5 more hours for 21.2 more boxes and 46,000 more experience. That is level 38 fisherman. 1 more level for the next unlock, which is great. Okay. Basically, we're just gonna keep on fishing here. So you go put these boxes in storage, pick up the next day's worth of bait here. Well, that's the same thing we did before here. In news, the combat update is looking like it's going to be soon. So, by every possibility, it should be happening here soon. With this whole clip per day or 12 hours or what have you system, definitely takes a little bit longer for the actual episodes here. It's working. It's working. See what we can do. Oh yeah. Should have plenty more bait here. Since we're only getting like 21 boxes per day. We bought like 23 worth of stuff. We have 26 of these left. So yeah. Got another 4 in here. Still useful for another fish, so that's fine. It's definitely something to consider how much bait we purchase. Don't need to go overboard. Like 22 is actually plenty. 23 just fills up the inventory nicer. So, yeah, it's fine. Worst case scenario, we can always sell the bait back at like half price or whatever it is. Could be worse. Could be worse. Fisherman. Again. Yeah, one more pile of the Ridge Heron here. That is level 40 fisherman. Now buy a grade 1 lobster pot and catch orange lobsters. Neat. So that. We'll go put the fish away, get the lobster pot, do that. And see what that'll do for us here. Also, updates have happened, but we're going to worry about that in a bit here. Like, the combat, that's all changed. That's something we'll deal with in a bit. Deal with that in a bit. Fisherman. Also passives and specials have also moved. Lobsters are this. We'll go through all that in a bit here. We also need to get everything we need for doing the chef stuff here. See how many of these we have in terms of fish. We have 63.1. That's probably too many. We'll end up selling some of those. It's fine. Let's get the stuff we need for that. Grilled bass. Nope, that's that. Herring. We need the deep side garlic, which we can't get anywhere else from just purchasing it. From Kevin's Ingredients. Unsurprisingly. Okay. Pick that up when we get back here. We're gonna be doing from chef stuff, passives. Right, 35. Let's do like 5 days of that, so like 55 garlics, give or take. Again, depending on time and everything. Stuff like that. That's those. Purchase are. I guess it doesn't really. It says these. Here it is. The lobster pot. Alright. Fishing special lobster pot. Lobsters not included. Lobster is at the west waterfront here. Not that way. And looks like this should be another venture kind of thing here. We don't really need more of the current passive fish. So we could get to like 45 just getting these lobsters. Also, depends what the lobsters are for, I guess. It's another thing we need to figure out. Okay. Lobster, right over here. We got our pot ready to go. Lobster spot. Lobster pot. Place it. And then ready in 12 hours. Alright. We definitely, I mean, we could do that just for the fisherman levels up to 45. Or we could save it for a thing we could do for the XP. It's also an option. I don't know. We'll think about it. Anyways. Not in a point right now where we can look at all the updates and things and talk about all that. So what we're gonna do is get the chef stuff going. Ridged garlic herring. The fancy garlic, like 55-ish of them. So just get 2 inventories worth. We can see how we're doing. Okay. Trade, Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Garlic for garlic herring. Another 3 silver, 600 copper each. Unfortunate. We didn't have the thing that exists. It's very interesting that they made everything with the assumption that episode 5 would be here soon enough. It hasn't here yet. Combines into all the other stuff here. It's gonna be interesting to see how episode stuff progresses. Because tying it back into stuff that already exists doesn't work quite that way. We'll see. We'll see. One thing at a time here. Like the combat and everything. Alright. Let's make our first bit of this. We got 48 of these. It's not quite enough. 11 at a time here. Okay. This will also be on 12-hour kind of situation. Frying pan. This and this. Fry it all up. And we will receive our first time bonus. And the card, which is also nice. Technically, we need to finish doing more of the... You actually wait the 12 hours for the fisherman lobster thing before we get that card, but that's fine. That is... Here we go. On this, some herrings ready to fulfill a bulk order. We'll be selling those to the chef, and looking at our lobsters, and then doing that again, and then we're looking at the update. Lots of stuff to see. Lots of stuff has changed. Out of a deep-side garlic, and also the fish. It's both of them. 12 hours, 11 boxes, 24,000 XP. And that is level 36 chef. 2 levels for the next unlock. That's fine. 36, perfect. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to finish this selection of chefin', and then worry about the update. Because that's going to be better scheduling and time-wise and everything. 101 silver for all that. We're definitely making some money back here. We got 4 more sessions of this, so it's like 400 more silver. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. Okay. Just have to remember to actually show up in the mornings. Also, we kind of need to go do the lobster. Should probably go do that. Let me stop that. With it being a 12-hour system, it's kind of not ideal. If it's ready to collect every 12 hours, you try to do it exactly every 12 hours, any schedule change, it starts shifting off. So just treating it as a 24 is actually kind of fine. We can get away with 11 and a half, such and such timers with the actual passive training. And for this, though, lobster over here. Yep, full lobster. Okay. Let's go grab our lobster and reset it. Full lobster pot. Might be able to grab partial, I'm not sure. Guess we could check. 3,000 XP. Set it again. Got some lobsters. Really colored lobster. For lobster Thermidor. At 45 chef. Whether or not we're really going to worry about that. Another question. That's at 45. Yeah. Depends if we don't need the fish. We can't use these yet. They just exist. can just buy them from the fish shop, too. Or sell them. Also an option. Doesn't cost us anything bait-wise, so... yeah. Does he sell the lobster? Buy future. 48 chef. There it is. No, that's leathery breed. Lobster. You can just buy them for $7.96. Yeah, it's fisherman XP, I guess. So we currently are not interested in passive training for that. All the way to 45. Yeah. It's not quite as much experience. The ventures here. Also, if we get another venture, we're gonna need to deal with that or not. Brimstone. You can just purchase a lot of stuff we get from the ventures, though, so. You can purchase pretty much everything from everywhere. Which has also changed. We'll, again, deal with all that in... when we get about the updates here. Okay. These back out. Back to the frying pan. Okay. It should all work. Well, it's not the morning, but it is the afternoon, so some bonus hours here. Ran out of garlic for another 24,000 XP. That's level 37 chef. Lovely. Worst case scenario, we don't get quite enough done, and we have to actually do some chefing. Well, that's okay. Active training is significantly quicker than passive training, so it's all gonna be fine. Also going to probably need to purchase more garlic, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Oh, 11 hours and 10 minutes. Close enough. 10 boxes, 22,000 XP. That is level 38 chef. You can now prepare a fine bacon sandwich. Some say bread was invented to wrap around bacon. Some do say. Alright. So we need to make one of those for the first time bonus, of course. Okay. So the rest of this. For this specific sandwich, we need, of course, some fine raw bacon and bread. And go through the whole bacon sandwich steps and such. There's another possibility of thing we could make, but it's got more ingredients and steps and things. The soup is just so easy. The bread is cheap though, so that's positive. The fine raw bacon here. Looking great. It's fine. Can be transmogrified into cooked bacon. True. Alright. Let's fry up the bacon. Right here. Use the same frying pan we've been using for all of the combo things here. And prepare the sandwich. And that is 630 bonus experience. Very good. Now we sell the sandwich. It was profitable. Decent. Could examine all the profitabilities and everything, but anyways. For now, grab out more of this, restock, and refry. There's a full 12 hours for that one. For 24,000 XP. So, like 2,000 XP per hour. Let's see if we can figure something out with this. And 11 boxes, it's fine. That is 39, chef. Just need one more. How are we looking at one more here? Got this much here. XP, 23,000. Alright. So basically need the entire thing. Timing-wise, not gonna quite work, but we'll set ourselves up for success here, I guess. Sell some items. Take the screen back to a way that works here. Okay. Let's do this as a last thing. We could probably make this timing work-ish. What are we going for? Things. 11 of these. And only 4 of these. That's not quite enough. Probably not gonna do the full 12 hours, just timing-wise. Let's buy some extra garlic here. Let's be fine. Latest possible, maybe like 10 hours? We'll just buy the correct amount, and if we make decisions, we can worry about that later. This isn't even the right guy. This is the potions guy. To Kevin's ingredients. To spend some money. We got money though, so it's not a huge deal. We can afford to purchase some garlic that we're not going to use, I guess. Yeah, it's okay. It's definitely going to be less than that. Like at least 2. So we'll just buy like 5, that'd be better. Okay. Yep. That'll be about right. So we do have a bunch of extra fish. I don't think this is going to get us to the level, so I have to worry about that when we get here again. Timing-wise, though, it's going to be roughly correct. I'll take it. Let's get this done. Some amount of hours. 9.5, 8, 19,000 XP. That is not enough to get the level. Stop here. I guess that means we can do another full 12 hours of this, or something. Again, depends on timing. More than we would have done, at least. Calculate that at the end here. And also, again, assuming we actually... Yeah, we'll do the full 12. We'll be fine. Draws it all. I mean, 11. What? How many fish do we have? Exactly 11. Wow. 11.05. Alright. Well, that's perfect. We'll just get enough fish for that. Enough garlic? Well, we'll get enough garlic. Yeah, we'll just do full. We'll go get more garlic. And then we'll prepare that for after we're done here. Because now it is time to talk about the updates and such. Let's grab the garlic first. One more time with this. Auto buy to fill. Perfect. Okay. Obviously, the combat is the largest, most interesting part of the update here. There's also been a few other things, though. Should also go over. While we run over to get our lobsters, I guess. I don't know if we really need to worry about that. Again, we'll worry about that later. We'll worry about whether we need to worry about it later. Right now, got some things to talk about. Like all the different things here and all the different levels and things. Total combat, total level, slightly changed. The calculation for what your new combat level is like based on time or something. So, averaged out reasonably. But for other things, also changed. There is like forager, gatherer, fisherman, just all the collecting things. A lot of things have, a lot of the items changed in price based on if they were further away from the place where you could get them and store them around. Just to make it more worthwhile to go get things. Oh, there's 41 fishermen. One more level for the next unlock, yay. So yeah, some things are really, really far away from even a storage point. Those are now more valuable. And then that all has knock-on effects with everything it turns into. For like stone and stuff. And the levels of things and the drops and just a lot. Also, with the changes, there's been most of it's based on combat. A few things have also moved around. Just with the changes that have been made to the various equipment. There's now not really the same unattuned kind of system. Everything is just the same, which we'll look at when we actually look at all of our gear. So now, instead of having to go to the obelisk to attune things sometimes, it's now not that. Let's go over here to the obelisk. We can see what they do now. It does. The obelisk. And with all the obelisks being kind of the same, doesn't really make a difference. To fix the obelisk, I was functionally getting used to enchant your profession equipment. This is now enchanting. Obelisk. We can now enchant the stuff. Plus 0% XP for 55 silver. Future items. We'll only have the oyster net we don't have yet. Wild. So we can spend some money getting more experience, even from the lobster pot. That is a passive kind of situation. But each upgrade's very, very small amount of bonus. It's not like we're really using it too much anyways. So that is what's here now. It does mean that the enchantress that used to enchant the equipment is no longer here. They were over this way. And now, instead of it being their house, it's an abandoned shop. So, they're not here anymore. Got some death crows, though. Abandoned shop. Yep. It should be that they have moved. Let's see if I see it on the map here somewhere. In the mines somewhere. They do the powering up to epic items or something. Might still need to do the quest and the podium and all that. That is going to be a whole another thing. See if we can find their building anywhere. Got another mine here. Just chambers. Coming out. Got mine entrances. Caves. So many rooms. Just so many rooms. There's the gnome stuff. Gnome dwelling. They're probably in here somewhere. Not that we're really upgrading anything currently, but it's an idea. Oh, here it is. New cave. Okay. Well, we can go over there then, easily enough. Let's go see it. Why not? We're looking at stuff. We're doing stuff. Into the shallow part of the mine. Okay. We could also technically go and get our brimstone if we cared about that. Kind of saving the miner XP right now, I think, for actually doing passive stuff. Because also, if a lot of things are more expensive, because they take longer to gather and bring to the destination so you actually store it, they actually cost more in the shops, too. But then the stuff also costs more, so it might even out, but whatever. New room. The Infusionist's shop. Talk to the Infusionist. Do you have my infusing cloth yet? It's in the Lost and Found. You haven't got out of Lost and Found for me. It's not easy. It was made a reward for completing a crazy puzzle. It's most vexing. I'm not so good at puzzles. Have you had to go out completing the puzzle? I'm working on it. What exactly is an infusing cloth? It's an enchanted cloth, a vital component of the infusing process. What's it look like? St. Indigo colors a lot of these fittings. Has important magical symbols on it. Normally lies over this table. Oh, so it's a tablecloth then. Yes, it's a tablecloth, but also so much more. Okay. That is now part of the Lost and Found, specifically. Just slightly changed it to who's doing the infusing and the exact lore around what's happening here. Still need to do the actual quest for that, though. That's gonna be a whole system. Something about multiple rares and changing things, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm back to Hopeport, where we can go and look at all of our equipment and talk about the actual combat changes. Most obvious is the fact that combat is now one skill. Exactly how that works is slightly complicated. It does mean that all of the other skills no longer have, like, their own skill existing. So there's new capes, which we should be able to go get. Let's go look at that. Just the capes guy. Just store the capes. It's in here. Journeyman Carpenter cape. Maybe it's worn by a level 50 Carpenter. That's me. Got that for a quest. But now, there's a different set of capes. One new set of capes for combat, which goes all the way up to 2,000 now, because there's 500 per episode situation, which is wild. And there's also new capes for each area, requiring a specific level in each skill. Trade here. We can get the combat capes for a lot. Journeyman combat cape, 500 silver. Journeyman 2 combat cape, 864 silver. That's a large percentage of our money right now. Probably not gonna buy those. There is a lot of capes in here. 200, 500, 625, 750, 85,000, etc, etc, etc. 2,000 cape. Different lengths, different colors, different everything. And then capes for Hopeport, capes for each specific class, Hope Forest, Mines. We're going to get all skills at 50, 100, 200, 500. There's a lot of capes in here. I spent a lot of money on capes. Can't afford that. We have a cape. We don't need to purchase all the capes. It'd be expensive. Can only wield one cape at the same time anyways, so. Well, that's okay. Let's go look at all of our equipment now. So we have a lot of stuff. Since we had the multiple different sets for all the different areas. And now there is not a different areas equipment. It's all for everywhere. Which of course has knock-on effects with the whole episodes and levels and everything, but again, we will get to that. There's a lot to get over here. Let's go see what we have in storage here. In the Quartermaster Bank. We now have one-handed melee weapons, two-handed melee weapons, ranged weapons, head armor, torso armor, hand armor, shields, leg armor, foot armor, and empty slots. And additional locked slots, which we get for doing stuff. Okay. This is a lot to deal with here. So that's the strengths of all these. We also have the stuff we currently are wielding. We got rare stuff, all different levels. Let's start on auto armor for impact resistance, crown resistance, abort resistance, tempest resistance. So now there is a larger focus on resistances and such. Especially when you get to higher levels than you need to fight things for more time. And they're also more dealing with actually using the correct style weapon also. Which does make things more complicated. And also rebalanced for two-handers to be actually more dangerous to use, but stronger. And one-handed weapons more averagely safe, but weaker. Let's withdraw all of our weapons here. Decide which ones we would like to keep. I think we do need to save some of these kind of things. We got a lot of equipment here. You should just compare everything. And if there's things we don't need, we can deal with that. Okay. We have various ranged weapons. A lot of them. We got two-handed weapons and one-handed weapons. That weapon there is 89. Look at the stats here. It's got 134 strength. It's level 89 weapon here. Also have this too. It's another ranged weapon. Okay. So of the one-hand melee weapons, this one here is just strictly worse because it's a level 71 from this 116 power, 76% magic. This one is 134 power, strength, 71% magic. This one's just kind of strictly worse than that one. We got two just hammer fists here, which have no magic whatsoever. Are also slightly different stats. This one's strictly worse. We have a 73 power Arbore mace. So we have Domesticate, Arbore, and none, essentially. And this matches with our abilities, so that's probably the best, for the most part. Store these two. I'm gonna sell those two. In terms of two-handed weapons, we have 3 different fiery ones, and this uncommon, which is level 96, but it is uncommon. Of the double-headed hammers of magic firepower, this one's the best. So these two are insufficient. If we try to equip these, it shows us we slightly worse power, but more magic. That really matter too much. And this one is, again, slightly more power, but slightly more magical. It's not as high of a chance, just in general. Strongest thing is strongest, probably. Would really only use it when we're actually doing stuff that actually matters for them. If they're actually weak to that. We equip this. Even though it's uncommon, it's level 96 uncommon. So it is technically stronger in brute strength here. It's just weaker in terms of the magic it does, which is fine. Very similar though. Let's see exactly what the difference is between all that is. Okay. It's both two-handed. We're keeping any of these. The rare Warhammer here. This is technically better as long as we're not fighting something weak to Infernae. And that is the best of these 3, so we'll store that one in case we want to use that. Go around and make a whole bunch of different stuff. Store it all around. Deposit that. Move on to range weapons. We have a lot of different things. We got a 91 uncommon, a 79 epic. That's probably the best. We'll equip that and then compare things. It's also Crown A power. Equip this one. Significantly worse, but it is Arbore, so it's slightly different. And this one is, wait, how much worse is it? 139, 129. The question would be if it's even worth it for the power difference between the magics, but 129 is at least acceptable. This one is 122. Still kind of okay. And what do we got for these? We got the non-statted ones that we do for any kind of magic. This one is 126, no stats. It's kind of fine. And the superior fire one's definitely this one at 120. Again, it really depends. This one's only 75, unfortunately, so that's not really something we want. Trying to get all the different magics covered here. Whether that's even super worth it. We got space for a lot of things though, so we got options. And then there's all the armor. Have to look through all that. Let's sell all this stuff that we, well, do you want us to keep these for doing something with something? They're kind of just in the way, really. We can always get more, probably. I'm not sure. Do we need any rare things? I'll take a picture of our superior equipment in here already. I always go through and see if anything's particularly better. This is technically our best for that. Just deposit it all. All from the backpack. We found our strongest in general equipment here. That's fine. We can also look through all the armors. We have a 90 uncommon. On this, we can auto armor based on strongest stats. Some of these might just generally be worse in every possible way. Just withdraw some equipment. We have 4 of each we can compare between. If something is worse in every possible way, we literally don't need it. We got some commons in here, which is very possibly worse in every way. Wouldn't be too surprising, would it? Whip. Whip. I have to organize all this. Okay. Hat, hat, hat. Hat. There's some bodies. There's gloves. There's one glove. Yeah, shoes, shields, and pants. Okay. Let's see what we got here. This is worse in every possible way. So that is not needed. This is almost completely worse in every possible way. Slightly better against Arbore. And this is worse in every possible way. Do we keep the thing that's only slightly better against one thing? If we're fighting very specifically things that attack with that, it's technically better. Depends how long we're fighting things, I guess. But that hood is actually potentially of use. It's just, the other hoods are completely not. Of these 4, this one here is looking pretty strong. Equip this, worse in every possible way. No need for any of that. This is 1 stat better. We keep it around for 1 singular stat bonus. 123. This one's 121. This is worse in every possible way. But it's rare, so we might be able to do something with that. This is... It's only 1 better. That's amusing, but we'll keep it. We'll just use the auto armor correct stuff situation. Deposit that. Deposit that. It's worse in every possible way. Nope. Okay. Got some really, really bad gloves here, comparatively. With this, worse in every possible way. This is 1 better and 1 better in 1 thing. Hilarious. And this is... It's better in the Impact and Arbore. It's better in the Impact and Arbore in every way that this one isn't, but more. So even though this is better than we're currently wearing, this one's better than we're currently wearing in all the ways there. It's better than that, and better than that. So we'll deposit this 93 common. Oh boy. Next set of things. A 93 common, a 79 uncommon, a 50 rare. This is better in 2 stats. This is only better in 1. It's at 1 of 6, which is better than that one. This one's at 98, so it's better in 2 stats. It's technically better than that. 126 and 98. 124 and 96. So this is worse in every way compared to that. Huh. Deposit that. Deposit that. Shields. We have a 77 epic shield. Compare that to this shield. Worse in every possible way. Same in this though. It is an epic. I don't think we can do anything with the epics. We'll keep it as an epic though, I guess. It's gonna auto equip anyways. There's a rare that we'll keep because it's a rare. And this is an uncommon worse in every way. Got it. We need to get to the point where we can do this whole infusing thing. So that all really entails here. We got space for things though, so it's okay. Next up, we have a 73 rare boot. That's 118. Tempeste. These are worse in every way. So this is better in every way. We'll equip the 100 uncommon boots. Okay. These worse in every way. Equip these worse in every way, but rare. Keep that for now. Deposit that. Okay. So our generally best set of equipment here. 89 rare Warhammer, 96 uncommon Great Stone Mace, 79 epic stone discs. All different magic styles, but that's fine. 139, 134, 147. Not too shabby. Armor exists. Total armor, some. Not missing a huge amount of difference in the Arbore, so that's also pretty good. We'll take it. And we'll sell the rest of this stuff, because we don't need it. Common and uncommon stuff, not worth as much, unfortunately. Sell all of that. Okay. That takes care of the equipment. Now we'll look at the actual combat stuff. Slightly different with all the things. See the enemies and all the stuff is a system. The way that the different episodes and everything works and how it translated into changing all the combat levels of things, slightly complicated. Start with the Hope Port guys. Go through all the Hope Port guys. Then you go through all of the Hope Forest guys. Then all of the Mine guys. Then all of Chronopolis guys. And then you loop back around to the Hope Port guys again. And then you continue looping around. You got the Hope Port guys, the Hope Forest guys, and the Mines, and the Chronopolis. Port, the Forest, and the Mines, and Chronopolis. And when you get around it again, you just unlock the next things. Slightly awkward situation is when new things are added. Instead of, there's no space to put episode 5 things at the end after the Chronopolis before the new Hopeport guys. You've already over-leveled. So instead, it's going to end up being put in at your level or slightly after it or something. So new content is still level appropriate of interest. Which will also increase the total level from 2,000 to 2,500. Not that we're going to worry about that too much right now. If we look at the enemies we're currently dealing with, we are at Tangled Hair Beast is collected. The Bossy Goblin Chief and the Carnivorous Plant are not. How to determine what cards we've collected is another question. They should all generally be the same level they used to be. And we had all our combats generally in a similar place. This is all the first tiers of things. Then it switches to the next tier, etc., etc. There's also passives, which a few new things have been added. Specifically in the mine. We're not at that point. Squid beasts and mushroom monsters have new places. We need to go find those on the map if we can't fight them yet. And special stuff is all the capes, basically. Oh yeah. Some other changes with enemies is the things that dropped stuff for potions have slightly switched around and stuff. Levels for things and levels of things required for quests from things that you had to fight also slightly changed. So yeah, check your potion recipes for any slight changes for that and where those things come from now. It's definitely a whole system. Let's go find these new things in the mine here. You should probably look at it on the larger map here. Areas of the mine that we haven't seen before. There is off of this spot and off of this spot. Okay. So we're going to the deep mine. Okay. Wait. Open. Close. Teleport. Mine deep. Okay. Teleport to the other Hope Forest. Teleport. Guess we haven't fought that guy yet. We need to try to fight that guy again. It's a quest boss. Also probably need some more potions. The amount that potions heal also slightly changed. But also... they heal more, but they also take longer to recharge. Here's the grumpy mushroom monsters. Yay. Now let's go and see the other one here. Unlocking all the map. Okay. Also changes with making equipment. The weapon levels you can now create is slightly different. Also the health is different, and the health regen is also percentage based, so it's still of interest at higher levels. This is the squid beasts. These are here now. Let's see if we can get up to a place where we can look at making weapons here. One-eyed blob. Damn it. Ow. It's my weakness. Not ideal. Okay. Might just go down to the lower area. Mine's southwest. Doesn't really matter where we go. Could have gotten our stuff there, it doesn't matter. Stonemason stuff. Because that's what we're mostly using. For now, with 101 combat, we make stonemason stuff at the 0 to etc. level. 0 to 420, 186 to 430 hammer fists. So we can just go with the weakest stuff here. Make some really good stuff. Hammer fists. If we look at the two-handed, or one-handed melee weapon, I guess. It's a nice design book. Still need more levels to be able to make everything. But if we were to go and make a hammer fist, and of course flint and a hickory pole, we can now make it up to level 185. It's wild. Some steel, throwing hammers, great hammers, 0 to 400, slings, 0 to 420. Make up to 5 times your level. Which isn't quite. 18 throwing comes 0 to 340. That's not 5 times. We'll go get the stuff we need to make a hammer fist or something. We have any rocks here? Probably not. We've got basalt, deathstone, flint, granite, limestone, soapstone. And the timber bank. How else can we actually use anything for this? Try to make something here. Sure to be able to make it around our level. We're 20 in this, and we're almost like 101 combat. It's probably fine. Throwing clubs. Need some coarse granite. We just get some stuff that only needs rocks. Makes our lives easier. Fire aspected. Range weapons. It's our weakest stuff. It's all pretty similar. Let's find some granite here. Some coarse granite. What do we got? What can we make? Granite etched. Just give me 5 of those. We'll probably look at what's the best to make with how much it takes to make stuff. Let's see the levels of things. 5 granite for that. Andesite for that one. Flint. Basalt and hickory pole. Flint. So, pole. Salt. Of course, pole. Andesite. Andesite and U. It's the next level thing. Greatstone mace. It's granite and suave poles. Okay. Let's make this. Join a ranged weapon workbench. Make a coarse granite throne club here. 100. Just like level 0 to 100. Because we are level 20, we make it 5 times. But we need 21 stonemason to make that. Let's change the number here. We can make a level 100 ranged weapon here. It would need to be pretty good to compete. That's actually how this works now. As we get a higher stonemason level, we can actually continue to make new weapons that would theoretically be good. Again, assuming we can actually get, like, rares, at least, probably. Definitely this is only an uncommon two-hander. I also need to be considering making different weapons for all the different stats and magics. There's some hammer fists. This looks slightly different. This is a more fancy hammer fist because we're slightly higher level. Or something. Also, the level banding of all the more interesting looking equipment is also now higher. So that's something. Oh yeah. Do we have all the combat passives? Okay, active up to here. Passives and specials. We got 89, 95, and 101 that we don't have the card for. So presumably we don't. View rewards. We've got requires level 113 to advance combat here. We have all of these doing fine. Need 3 knowledge points for those. That's pretty much it. Okay. So it looks like we just need to go get the first passive against these 3. I'm in giant flies and tree cats out in the forest. So the tree line trail. It's close to there. Mine Forest Road is right next to it. The tree cats are further up that way. Okay. Let's go get our first time bonus in all those. Teleport to Hope Forest. I also kind of do want to see what the situation would be with the boss fight. And we were one step away from finishing that. Probably gonna need to go grab some potions though. Be a smart plan. Okay. Let's go fight these guys. Just one time. Especially the other 2 that aren't the jump and tree cat. We give less XP because they're not our current unlocked passives. Top. 30% potion. That. Brambles. Chop through the brambles. That's fine. Okay. Chop, chop, chop. Good woodcutter XP. Jump and tree cat passives. We've got strong enough equipment, which is great. What's our strongest strong enough equipment? Two-hander. Okay. What kind of damage we doing here? 182. Numbers have definitely also increased from being level 101 combat now. Also, the damage we're taking is going to increase too, so that's something to consider. Anything else that changed? It's global combat leaderboard. Bonus 5,000 first time XP. Let's get the other 2. We can go through the brambles. It's fine. Bramble. Bramble. Agile wildcat. Oh, vegetable mineral all at once. Wildman. Okay. There's the giant fly. Go get that. What's the first time bonuses here? Also combat. XP remains until next level 138,000. So the amount of XP is going to also increase. However, this should be pretty decent for a while here. Do need to keep up with that in order to actually be able to keep doing the passives. Another thing we need to go figure out is if there's any kind of first starting combat level requirement for when the episode 5 stuff comes out. That could be something that's worth training with the passive here. Nope. that. Flies are waiting to disturb someone's picnic. And the last one here. The striped Bourdon. Looks like we got a few levels in general. Things we didn't have unlocked before. Okay. We should also go try to fight something that's actually on level. See how we do. How much lower we need to go before we can actually actively fight things. Technically, to get into a situation we can actually fight stuff. It's lower level, it's fine. Didn't get any things from him, so that's alright. Omnivorous reptile. Okay. Active training. We got Tingled Hair Beasts. Are a little high level. Or higher level than us. We'll fight some hooligan goblin soldiers. See how that goes. Let's teleport. Also grab some more potions. We're gonna need them. See how much different level potions would cost us. What kind of potions can we make right now? None, because we're level 22. We can make 25% healing potions. 30% at 29. Next healing potion is at something else level. We look at it on the book here too. 40% healing at 164. Gonna get right on that. We do need to still train a significant amount of alchemists here. 25, 29, 35 for the 35% potent potion. That's fine. What was it? Potent. 15% potion, 25% potion, 30% potion, 35% potent potion. From various things. Just fighting in the forest pieces. Okay. Then 40% potion, 45% potent potion. Anyways, we could purchase some potions from this guy. Healing potions. We might have the 30% ones. That's as good as we're gonna get. We will purchase some of those. What about just 17 of them? We'll use them. Okay. So let's see what it says for forgotten things. So I think he's level 100. We're level 101. So actually we probably can do this. Alright, let's teleport to the forest. Go fight. In theory. Also, equip the potions. That'd be helpful. If we need to go around in order to get up to this guy. North Peat Bog. And up this way. Alright. Let us finish this quest. Level appropriate. When we combined all the different levels. The levels for things also changed. Like, the boss was not level 100 before, it was like 60, but in the forest, so we didn't have the level for that. With all the things changed around, the quest boss level is based on X above the starting of the zone, or your starting of the zone when it changes and gets new stuff striped into lower levels, which also makes other things higher level that you didn't unlock yet, and stuff. It's a system. We'll see how the striping in new content works when episode 5 actually happens. Okay. Let's get in here. And begin. Tomato is our strongest style. We'll just bonk him. He's bonking with that. He's immune to our magic on our two-hander. Switch to left. Get 30% health down. We'll drink a potion. 333 health. 30% potion. Not bad. He is boss monster, immune to Necromancer. He's a Necromancer kind of guy. Checks out. Just keep health nice and high here in case he does something weird. Use some potions on cooldown. Generally works. Generally a good strategy. Doesn't really seem to have mechanics. Okay with that. And down it goes. We get 8,000 XP. Skarmdar temporarily falls to his knees. That's your chance to close the box. Fix box. It's repaired, just have to close it. Thing of evil, go into the box. And there he goes. And the spores are gone. I was gonna see you looking like real children now. Not all corrupted and weird. Thank you so much for saving us. It was horrible being all blurred like that. We best head back to our home in Timberwell Village. Mom and Dad will be worried. Find us there and we'll tell you what happened. Okay. So we can unlock this portal over here. Wild stuff. Repair box. Can we open the box? Box is closed with Skarmdar safely locked back inside. Beautiful. Okay. It's also taking care of the forgetful spores and stuff. Amazing. Portalstone. Unlock you yet? You betcha. Teleport to Hope Forest North. Okay. Oh, wow. You have 7 teleports. Port, Forest Central, Forest North, Mine Southwest, and Mine Deep, Chronopolis Outskirts, and Chronopolis Market. Love more teleports. Very good. From here, it'd be quick to teleport to Hope Forest Central. Back into town. Talk to them and finish this up. Okay. Which is gonna be what the combat level requirements are gonna be for like lost and found items and stuff. The battle, probably gonna have higher levels too. We don't know all the potential levels we might need for these yet. That's a secret. Alright, inheritance. Still working on these. 56, chef. That was 61. Might change the levels for some stuff. Chef. 56. That's higher than that. Still 50 alchemists, though. Unfortunate. Run things. Completed-ish. So that's 40 bone right still. 50 leatherworker, 55 merchant. Yep. Okay. Well, it's something. I was gonna get some levels from finishing the quest. They've now remembered they have children. Feels good being normal again. I should end up like that anyway. Messing around in the peat bog when we dug up this old chest. Hale said it might have treasure in it, and we should open it. That was your idea. Anyway, it was locked, and eventually we smashed it open. Also, weird whirly magic gushed forth from the box. That looked cool at first, but then the world started looking blurry. Yeah, it was really weird. A scary wizard guy appeared, and we ran away, kept getting pulled back to the bog. It's like we were suddenly part of the magic stuff. What were you doing when I saw you by Yulo's cart? I was trying to get someone to help us. Well, I was magic. Most of the time people couldn't see me, and they did, they couldn't understand me. Then I kept getting magically pulled back to the bog. It took so much energy to get myself to Mine Road without being whooshed back. I'm sorry I scared Mr. Yulo and made him crash. Didn't mean to. See you later. Don't go opening any more strange chests. Fair. Thank you so much for saving our boys. I know there was magic involved, but I still feel terrible we forgot about them. By the way, I think Martin wanted to thank you too. Okay. Finally, figure stuff out. Forgotten things. Martin at Timberwell Green. They're up here. Talking to them, everyone's constantly confused. No longer will they forget. Because the evolution of combat made us strong enough to defeat bosses. How'd you get on with the spell? It worked. You should have no more problems with anything scaring the villagers here. Wow, thank you so much. It's embarrassing I could remember so little of what was happening. I guess that was the magic of the box. Weird that it didn't affect me, really. Maybe it's because of my powers as a hammer mage. Here I feel myself forgetting again. I reward you before I forget what you've done for us. Round things complete. You defeated Skarmdar, saved Hale and Patrick, And thus completed Forgotten Things. Termdar. And I can see his face, looks like he's so angry. He's level 100. He's a normal boy again. Hope Forest North Portal Stone. 52,300 Carpenter XP. 379,000 Combat XP. And 47,500 Woodcutter XP. It's gonna skip some things, isn't it? I guess it would put Woodcutter and Carpenter at the same time, so it's kind of fine. Alright. Level 51 Carpenter. Can now turn rugged suave poles, right? Rough around the edges should suffice as a weapon part. Rugged suave poles, gotta do that. Now 103 combat. We've unlocked nothing. These are active unlocks. 80, 88, 96, 104, 112, and 121. This might actually be new. And 107, 200. So we don't have those yet. Okay. And 49 Woodcutter. One level for the next unlock. Okay. And there you go. Forgotten Things. One more check mark. 3 to go in terms of quests. There is some work with new quests coming soon, but that is for later. He's still a 2 here. Okay. So for Carpenter, we need Rugged Suave Pole. But for Woodcutter, we can not cut Rugged Suave even remotely. So we're gonna go buy a Rugged Suave log and cut it, turn it into a thing. That's fine. Fine with that. Swamp. Shop here. Rugged Suave. One of them. Just to get the first time unlock thing. You technically purchase those and then turn them, possibly sell them. Whether it's profitable or not is a different question, of course. But here we go. Alright. Saw. For 191 XP for that. Go over here. Okay. And that is first time bonus for that. And we get 2 of them, which is also nice. Okay. Those in the box over here, I guess. Yeah. With that, we are ready to go in terms of doing other things. Just gonna keep working on the levels that we need for the other quests here. Probably more important to do Lost and Found first, but we're working on the inheritance here. That was possibly a lower chef requirement. Okay. We're gonna head over there, finish our last bunch of the chef stuff we can do before the level 40 passive unlock. Then we need to do stuff to get the knowledge points, which, depending on what fish and what we need to do for the next chef recipe, might be a lot of fisherman training for knowledge points. Should also need all these for all the Hope Forest stuff. Invest more points in that. Well, that'll have to be for next time. Goodbye.